Welcome back. Once again, it's time for Comics Talk with Reverend Sully. That's right. It's new release day, Wednesday. Well, yeah, DC Comics pulls their shenanigans on a Tuesday. And was the reason why Green Lantern 7 was sold out by the time I got to new release day, Wednesday. I mean, it was that good. It really was. I don't blame the LCS, the local comic book shop, for ordering the way they do. I talked to the owner. He's like, yeah, I cover my pull list. And then I only get a couple for the shelf. So by the time I got to my local comic book shop on new release Wednesday last week, Green Lantern number 7 was already sold out. I have a backup plan. I'm in the Boston area, so within striking distance of this very own Fortress of Solitude is a 8 different local comic book shops. 3 of them are of the same chain, New England Comics, purveyor of the Ticket Comics. That's true. And Paul the Samurai. How you doing today? Good to see you. It's it only looks like a live stream, but guaranteed this has been pre-recorded before a live studio audience of my stuffed animals. We have Drinka, who is back there in the control booth, setting. He's the production manager. We have our executive producer, Apika Chu. That's you. And the studio audience, the Canadian Bear, and yourself. Thank you so very much. From our Boston studios, which is down the street from the corner every time. That's right. Throw some local charm into my show, also some spirituality. This is Reverend Sully's channel. Have you subscribed yet? Turn on those notifications, smash that like button. I'm a growing channel. It's going to really help me out. And yeah, so just click on that right now, mother lover. Yeah. But Reverend Sully, we do I'm an ordained minister of independent faith, on the internet too. It's pretty dubious, but I'm a spiritual guy, and it's really helped me out in this life. It really has. And it's just as important as being physically healthy and being and occasionally checking in with your therapist, and then seeing your doctor once a year, and going to your dentist a few times a year for your cleanings. I mean, yeah, it's like it's part and parcel of a healthier life. Spirituality. I found greater purpose through gratitude lists. You can try it. Tune in anytime you see a bunch of these gratitude lists. I populate my content with those, and cooking videos too. I'm a professional chef. You might know me as the Sultan of Soup. Yes, you might have seen us here at Wes from Thinking Critical. I am so blessed and grateful, and that he chooses. He asked me on the show about a year and a half or more or so now, and I keep getting invited back, so I must be doing something right. And I really enjoy the company, and but also being we are united by an outrage culture here with pop culture, and being a modern comic book fan, and pop culture fan. But that's not all there is to life, seriously, or to any of this stuff. What is going on? This is the Wednesday new comic book day. There are literally 100 different periodical publications solicited at the League of ComicGeeks.com page /comics/new-comics. That is the URL, the Universal Resource Locator on the HTTP, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hey, do any of you know your HTML? Have you ever seen the source code on a web page? Hypertext transfer markup, hypertext markup language. Yeah, HTML. Yeah, hypertext markup language. Yeah, and yeah, I know a little bit of coding, just a little bit. Back in the day, if you had a blog, This show started as a blog, many years ago. Seriously, I had a blogger, and I loved it. I talked about comic books, spirituality, cooking, and hockey. I really did. I talked a lot about hockey. I'm a huge hockey fan, a big ice hockey fan, huge NHL hockey fan, National Hockey League, the Professional Hockey League of North America, and I'm a Boston Bruins fan. This is true. But we have 100. Where's that page? Let's see. This is why we use the duck to help produce the show. The duck is helping the Pikachu. And we're doing this now. We are showing the covers. Why not? Everyone else does. Why can't we? That's right. Let's blow that up too, so we can look at these covers. But yeah, these are one. There are one. Oh God, that. Oh gosh. Let's start at the bottom of the list, though. I mean, here, end, home, end. All right, up. Bus Regards for $10 by Josh Pettinger. What is this? It's by Other. So it could be anyone. It's a Tedward classic movie. 3 brand new stories featuring everyone's favorite old-fashioned guy. 32 pages and mesmerizing black and white. 32 pages for $10, digest sized. Indeed. And it's by Josh Pettinger. He's the writer, the penciler, the inker, and the letterer. And there's no discussion. That's cool. But yeah, that's an independent book. You know, would you give that a chance? Do you like that kind of offbeat slice of life? Comics, COMIX, comics with an X. You know, is that X or is that R? I'm so rusty with my ASL. I should be watching Echo. I have no opinion about Marvel's Disney Plus show Echo. None. It's not. I'm not saying it's not made for me. It should be made for me. I'm an old fan. And I'm a Maya Lopez fan, but it's definitely not the same Maya Lopez, but that's okay. The MCU has always been a little different. Ever in the first minute of, in the last minute of the first movie, which is like Iron Man 1, 2008, Tony Stark says, "I am Iron Man." That's a divergence from the source material. Jarvis was a human butler. Hank Pym created Ultron. And so it goes. And so I accept MCU divergences. What else do we have here? Is this this does not even have glorious Soviet style cover, but it's in Cyrillic. That's the language here. It's Millennials. Are You Special, number 4. Let's see what we got here. Death of Power, number 3 for $10. Antarctic Press. Superverse Festivus Special, number 1. $4.99. What is this? Let's look at it real quick. Why not? This is why we come here. This is because we talk about comic books. Here are the grievances. See the feats of strength. So it's Festivus for the rest of us. It's the Seinfeld joke. There's one variant cover, and Nichelle Fraga is the cover artist. I wonder if any relation to Dan Fraga. Wouldn't that be interesting? It's also none of my business. What else do we have here? We've got The Traveler's Guide to Flogoria. That, Rebel Girls. This sounds fun. On IDW, we have the My Little Pony, the Kentucky Roller Derby, number 1. That's right. I am not a brony. I love the design of them. They're cute as hell. It's an enduring property too. I mean, talk about, this was a contemporary to G.I. Joe, to Transformers, to He-Man. I mean, there were girls' properties and there were boys' properties. So My Little Pony, Barbie, Strawberry Shortcake, Baby Wets Herself, Mom Breaks the Internet, Scout Comics. Yeah, so I'm not buying Scout Comics anymore, and I know they're struggling. They could use my business. I mean, really, but it's the digital art stuff too. It's like, why bother printing this stuff up? Oh, look at this! I'm getting these Star Wars collectible ads, and I'm really loving this, like this Crimson Trooper, and yes, here, enjoy my ads, please. Thanks. Let me share my ads with you. Now here's one, because we're starting at the bottom of the list. This is Ninjak, or do you pronounce it Ninja K? Valiant, enduring Valiant property, like about 30 years old or so. And but this is book 2 of 2, but this is released on Alien Books. So this is 48 pages and it's $9.99. So it's, you know, this might reprint. So we got Ninjak Super Killers hardcover, which is coming out April 9th, 2024. And this is Alien Press. And this is the complete book, but it's Jeff Parker, who just did a hit with me, which is Batman Santa Claus Silent Night on DC Comics. I mean, I've just had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, so this is collects Ninjak 2021 numbers 1 through 4 and Ninjak Super Killers 2024 numbers 1 through 4. So this is 8 issues altogether. I wonder if this Ninjak Super Killers was supposed to have been released in periodicals on Valiant's Press. I believe that Exo-Man of War number 6 for them is going to be their last published floppy like that. Thinking, would that be, because we got Becky Uclune in as a writer, and I don't want to buy her stuff, but would that be a key issue, and would the key issue be enough to transcend that my stubbornness and my standards of not giving money to people that hate me? Let's see what else we have here. The Colonized, Zombies versus Aliens on Image Comics, $9.99. It's in issue number 1 too. What is this? 96 pages. Where there's aliens, there's zombies. That's right. And let's see what's going on here. A Royal Moss presentation with a beautiful cover by Francesco Francavilla. I mean, Francesco Francavilla is one of my favorites. Chris Royal, Drew Moss, Francesco Francavilla, the cover artist, and that's all we know about it. It's 96 pages. It's probably a one and done, unless it ends on a cliffhanger and asks for more. Well, let's get to it, because this is great, because it's sorted by the most solicited by local comic book shops. And so the most solicited title for this week, most ordered, is literally Nightwing number 110. And it's 40 pages and it's $4.99. So can Nightwing save the Super Sons, Nightwing, Batgirl, and the Titans? And so this is a Beast World tie-in. And it doesn't say anything on the cover for being a tie-in, with the exception of if you knew that Damian Wayne has been succumbed to the Beast world and is now beastly, and it's, look, it plays on the meme. You see that? Is that cute or what? It's too cute for me. I mean, that's a stupid cover, in my humble opinion. We've got 4 variant covers, and look at that Dan Mora cardstock variant. So we're just going to look at the art for a second, because Batman's been transformed into a giant wolf. And I am a sucker for a variant cover, but not for this. It was written by Tom Taylor. Sami Basri is the artist. But at least we have an inker too. That goes a long way with me. Editor is Jessica Burby, and group editor Ben Abernathy, who's just left DC Comics. So Ben Abernathy is not going to be editing the Bat family of titles anymore. So I bet you in 4 months from now, we're going to see a really big change in Batman titles. Maybe that's also subsequent to when Chip Zdarsky's run naturally ended anyway. Maybe this was coming. Who knows? But yeah, Ben Abernathy is out as the Bat editor. So stay tuned out there, true believers and constant viewers, that we'll find out. We'll break that news when it cracks. Amazing Spider-Man number 42 Gang War continues. $4.99 for 28 pages, but we know that that's only about 21 pages, 22 pages definitely, if you include the cover, of which you should, because cover art is still art. It's just that last page that I dispute, which has the reprint. It's got next month's cover art, but it's smaller, and it's got a banner. It's got all this information for the next issue's preview. So I guess that kind of counts, and but yeah, I mean, here we go. It's JR Jr. inked by Scott Hanna, and we've got there's a lot going on here. That's Beetle. She's Tombstone's daughter. We've got how many variant covers? We've got 8 variant covers for an issue number 42 in the middle of some kind of status quo changing a mini event. I mean, and here is the Wolverine variant too. Remember, Wolverine is having a 50th anniversary, so there's going to be Wolverine variants for everything line wide, to get your money. You know what I mean? To get, it's a variant cover. And this is a cheesecake one too. I like cheesecake. We've got Black Cat, we've got Spider-Gwen, and we've got MJ, all in bikinis at Day at the Beach. Well, they're not all in bikinis, but MJ's in a bikini. And look, it's the Spider Buggy too. Oh, see, that's cute. I wouldn't buy it, but yeah, this is part 21 of 34. So there are 34 issues in Gang War, and it's a core issue, and it's number 21 of 34. And notice that none of the other books have the Gang War trade dress. That would be the trade dress for the event. Would be this here. See this is a logo. This is more than font. It's meant to emulate the stencil of a spray paint that you see in an urban environment. You have one of the bridges of Marvel Manhattan, which could also be one of the bridges of IRL Manhattan. And that's composed. That's a logo. Someone designed that. An artist. That's magazine design. So that's part of the trade dress. And you lose that on the variant covers. And I was just saying about Nightwing 110 that there's no trade dress regarding that. Like, hey, directing, this is a Beast World tie-in issue. It happens between issues 4 and 5. You need to know, I guess. Well, because Taylor's also writing Beast World and Titans. So, I mean, that's a lot of moving parts there. I mean, but good for him. He's writing. Will you be buying this magazine? Or is the writer a bit too controversial for your tastes? And it's $3.99, 32 pages, it says. It's Batman Superman World's Finest number 23, the hit series by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Is Dan Mora on this? Yeah. And it's a great team. Paul Kaminsky is the editor. All right. And What do we got for variant covers? We've got, oh wow, there's some good stuff here. This is a 1 in 50 variant cover, cardstock variant cover, and it's $4.99. It's called minimal cover. But that seems to be the Earth 22 World's Finest team. The inciting incident that separates Earth 22 from everything else was that, just like in the Injustice world, Joker is responsible for the death of Lois Lane. Yet that Superman did not seek vengeance, although there was no manipulation by Joker to... Because over in Injustice, Joker manipulates Superman into mistakenly killing a pregnant Lois. It was different. In Earth 22, the story goes that Joker got bored with Gotham and decided to visit Metropolis for a day, and part of that was blowing up the Daily Planet. And then that, and that's, and when Joker was on trial for the death of all of these people, and especially the Daily Planet, including Lois, that Magog, a new hero of this next generation, did what Superman could not do, did what Batman could never do. He was a hero of a new generation. It was Magog. And we'd never given really a fleshed out origin story for Magog either. It's a medias res. It has suchness. We walk into it and we know that Magog is one of the new heroes of the upcoming generation. And he does something that neither Batman nor Superman was capable of doing, and he kills Joker. But that's where the next generation of heroes, that's where it got darker. And Earth 22 is an amazing place. It was a celebration called Elseworlds, in this DC time that was between the multiverses, the fall of Thunder. So the beginning of World's Finest had the introduction of Kid Thunder, who is this, multiverse lost, kid. So for the first time, kind of, Superman gets a kid sidekick, and to teach him how to use his powers responsibly, and blah, blah, woof, woof. Yeah, I'm a little spotty on the beginning of World's Finest. I kind of tuned into it late, and it's really good. It's pretty fun. And Wade himself wrote Kingdom Come back in 1996. Was that 96? Let's go look that up. Kingdom Come Comics. There was a sequel. Yeah, 96. And so that's coming up on its 30th anniversary. That's 28 years old right now. So Wade himself gets to come back to his own place, his own Earth 22. Let's see. I'll read this. It's usually in my digital pirate chest. Still $3.99. That'll go up with the new editorial direction after Fall of X. Oh wow, we got art by Phil Noto. So Jerry Duggan and Phil Noto are like a battery team that goes back over 2 decades now, and they usually, I've seen them sitting together at conventions, and I actually got them both to sign one of my favorites. It was on Image Comics. It was a 6-issue limited that they did called The Infinite Horizon, and it was a modern retelling of Homer's The Odyssey, and about Odysseus getting back to Ithaca to be reunited with Penelope and Telemachus. And yeah, so but now we have Duggan and Noto back. They've done a lot of, Noto's done a lot of Star Wars too. I like Phil Noto's work, always have. Sometimes the fight sequences aren't the best, but let's see, we've got 5 variant covers, and yeah, here's that Wolverine cover that we're talking about, the Wolverine 50th anniversary cover. So we've got like this multiverse of Wolverines by it's and by Jack Kirby. It says Ethan Young Wolverine variant. I like this Peach Momoko ROM variant. If I see this, it's mine. Gosh, I want that. Yes, please. I love Peach Momoko. I've got a lot of ROM comic books on my spinner rack. And this is interesting. A trade card variant. Dead X-Men, huh? Yeah. Dazzler, Jubilee, Sam Guthrie, Cannonball, and I'm sorry I can't identify the other two heroes. But I love the design of it. That's really cool. Oh, there's two more. So we've got 3, 6, 8 variant covers for X-Men number 30. How you like that? 8 variant covers. Let's get to it. Superman number 10. I'll be getting this. I've been tuned in to Joshua Williamson's Superman here. The art's usually really good. We've got 4 variant covers. That's really cool. And I'm a sucker for a variant cover. I could be talked into getting any one of these. I love this one here. This Bruno Redondo cover. That's really cool. And yeah, I mean, I've been buying Superman. It's $4.99, and it says 32 pages, but we'll probably only get what we say 22 pages of art and funny book story. But that's a $4.99 comic book now. Got Titans number 7. Now, see, this has some trade dress on it. Titans Beast World tie-in right there in the corner. That's trade dress. That's the Titans Beast World trade dress. And there you go. It's written by Tom Taylor. How many we got? We got 5 variant covers. It's part 16 of the 22 issues that you're going to need to have this complete Beast World experience. Paul Kaminsky is the editor. Travis Moore is the artist. And that means we're probably at the end of Act 2, which is the nadir, which is the opposite of the peak. That's the lowest point for our characters. It's when it's darkest before the dawn. I get this stuff through, I read a lot about storytelling and screenplays. It's from Robert McKee's Story, The Art of Screenwriting, and it's really good. And most stories, typical act structure, because it sells with people. You know what I mean? And people, you can write something offbeat, but but this is a commercial product, so it's probably going to be more typical than not. And let's see what else we got today. Wonder Woman number 5 by Tom King. Great art by Daniel Sampere. It contains a backup feature, usually with the Super Sons, as they kind of mentor their kid sister. So they're the Trinity of the future, but her code name is Trinity. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. There are how many variant covers? 4. They're really cool. I kind of like that one. But Outlaw Part 5. World's Finest Part 3. Yeah. Which is actually, it's been, her name's Lizzie Prince. That's Trinity. Jonathan Kent, Damian Wayne. And the comments. They have comments in this thing too. It's pretty cool. I've been reading that. Here we go. Get some Alex Ross art. And That's some Alex Ross art right there. Here you go. It's Legacy number 709. It's issue 16 of the Fantastic Four. And here is that Wolverine variant cover, and for his 50th anniversary. And where you have different Wolverines, and Bone Clawed Wolverine, and Patch, Laura Kinney. Some kind of, is that a Phoenix Force Wolverine? And it's meant to ape Fantastic Four issue number 1. You know, so it's cute. It's supposed to be cutesy. Yeah, see, story, 20 pages. But how much is it? Is it $4.99? No, it's $3.99. So yeah, so it's 20 pages of story, 28 pages listed there. It's so funny what you can pick out for information from this, just from the descriptors on this. We got Daredevil number 5. This is a JR Jr. cover. Yeah, inked by Scott Hanna. And it's the Solomon Ahmed run. Here's that Wolverine variant cover, which is, making fun of, I think, Daredevil number 1, perhaps. But yeah, this is $4.99 for 20 pages of story. So it's already taken the leap over here. Yeah, see? Story, 20 pages. It even says it right there. Yeah, huh? The trade paperback for this will release on April 16th. And it collects the first 5 issues for $19.99. So you save $5 if you wait. You don't have to worry about anything else besides variant covers. And this is pretty good too. This is the masterpiece. This is based after the collectible cards too. This is the Masterpiece series. This is wonderful. I love the black armor look, and that's a really nifty variant cover. I mean, that's nice. But I'm not nibbling. I'm not biting. Sorry. Invincible Iron Man, written by Jerry Duggan. It's an important piece of the cogs of the machine that is Fall of X and Jerry Duggan's X-Men line. Tony Stark needs more than just an armor to defeat Orcus. He needs an army. Can Ironheart build him one in time? Who will answer the call? $3.99, 28 pages. I love the Mark Nil armor here. Love it. And see, once again, here we go. We've got the Masterpiece. It's supposed to look like the trading card, and of the art. What kind of armor did Iron Man have in the early 90s? There you go. It's a ROM variant. But what got me on the other one, or what will get me on that other one, will be the Peach Momoko art. I'm a sucker for Peach Momoko. That's right. Take that, Greg Pak and Alyssa Wong. Yeah. All right. Huh? Jerks. We got Catwoman 61. So this is part 3 of 9 lives. I've been enjoying this. This is a Teenie Howard book. I've also liked the art in this too. Oh, what's really nice. 5 variant covers. See, but 20 pages story. We got Teenie Howard. Stefano Raffaele is an Italian artist, and in the long tradition of Italian artists making women look beautiful too. I'm loving the figure on Selena Kyle. I love it that she's gone back to her purple costume. Yeah, I just wasn't digging that Gotham War era costume of hers that, you know what I mean, just it, you know, it looks too subculture-ish, you know, but the purple, it goes back to like an action figure-y kind of look, and it just totally works with me. I like that a lot better. Yeah, and her last suit too, it had like these exposed armpits, so you could see, you could probably even maybe see side boob, but you know, she's an experienced martial artist and fighter. I mean, leaving your armpits exposed to arrows and knives and projectile weapons or a sniper, you know, I don't see that happening. I think Selena's, you know, a lot smarter than that. Superman Lost number 10. Is this 10 of 10? Is this the last end? You know, it is. This is the blockbuster finale. So it would cost you $50 to have gotten all 10 issues of this. But this has been pretty good. And I like the white costume there. And yeah, like look at this Christian Ward stock. Look at the variant cover, and it's $5.99. It's like it was meant to harness like all the available yellow sunlight, so he could stay powered up in his long trek home. Something like that, I think. I've only read a couple of, 22 pages of story. Paul Kaminsky's the group editor. Let's see. Yeah. When and how is this going to, did it show the collection? Let's look at the, yeah, I've been getting a lot of these pop-up ads for like all these different Iron Man armors. I'm loving it. I might just like fall. I was just like, it's going to happen. So Earth Zero, Prime Earth, that's how they categorize this. You know what I mean? So I call it Prime Earth Zero now. I don't know. Bite me. I wonder how it's going to collect and how much it's going to cost. There we go. That wraps up Christopher Priest's Superman Lost. I hope it's good. I hope it lands. Guardians of the Galaxy number 10. I am so not interested in this book, but I love looking at it because it's got this wonderful comic book art by Kev Walker. And it's Lansing and Kelly. At least they're not purposely trying to sound like Warren Ellis. As such they are, I believe, in my humble opinion, I'm not trying to knock them. They are this creative team of writers. That's like they're the new, Dan Abnett and Lanning. Or just like there's sometimes there's like a 2-person unit for the writing squad, and Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly are getting a lot of work and a lot of dual billing. But this is done by Kev Walker, and this is a wonderfully beautiful drawn and in color too book. I just the story, it doesn't interest me one bit. I've never been a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I didn't even like the movies. I started the first one and I shut it off 10 minutes in because I thought it was some Ertzatz remake of Boogie Nights. Everyone loves this one. This has been fun. I'm not sure if it's in continuity, but it's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. And 40 pages, $4.99. Let's look at these variant covers. We've got 4 variant covers, and this has been some good stuff. It says it's on Earth Zero, Prime Earth. Okay, that's good. And anything else? That's it. That's it for information. Yeah. That's been fun. But so I wonder if it's in continuity. Here's something interesting. We got Chip Zdarsky returning to Marvel Comics for a little bit. He's doing double duty on both and in the big 2. He's writing Batman and he was writing Daredevil at the same time too. So he's got this is $5.99 for 48 pages. And it appears we have an Alex Ross cover too. But it's like this is like an alternate future. So we got wonderful art by Daniel Acuna. Look at these. We have a foil cover variant. So we've got how many? We got 6 here. 9 all day. 12 altogether. Retailer exclusives. Yeah. Lionel Yu? No, Simone Bianchi. Close. Here's Lionel. Wow. That's so cool. We got the Scotty Young. I like Scotty Young variants. I'm not critical about Scotty Young's, that juvenile style. I'll read it if it's in my digital pirate chest, and if it's good, I'll pick it up. And oh boy, the grand finale of Star Wars Bounty Hunters, number 42. It's the final issue. It's $5.99 for 40 pages, and I wonder what will be the new. It's a Walt Simonson variant cover. That's really cool. Oh man, too bad. I'm so not vested in the story, and I don't want to Oh boy, well, then we got 2 variant covers, 3 variant covers all day long. But that Walt Simonson variant cover is great. And Star Wars, actually, sometimes they put out an action figure blister pack variant cover. It looks like an actual action figure. So you got 20 pages of story. The Secret Weapon, 20 pages of story. Okay. And it's $6.99. $5.99. 20 pages. So it might have some backup features then, huh? But I at least read all of Dark Droids, and I still can't tell you really what happened. We've got something I've been looking forward to, because I picked up the last issue of Duke, the last copy of Duke #1. I kind of I'm into buying comic books. I'm into decent stories, and I actually read this about a week and a half ago, in the pirate chest, in my digital pirate chest, and it's gonna get my $4.99, and you can look forward to next month too. I'll be a guest on 32 Flavor of Nick Weiser. He's going to invite me on next Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but in a month from now, when we go over Skybound's Cobra Commander issue number 2. So we've got that on the back burner. We've got that going on. So it's probably going to happen. How many variant covers do we got for this? Oh my goodness. Let's do some counting. So this is this first variant cover. Get the blank. You know what I mean? That counts. The David Aja variant. There's 5 here. One of them got a spoiler. It's 5 more here. And this is a New York Comic Con exclusive promo foil ash can variant. Let's look at this. This released October 12th, 2023. And so it was 40 pages. It was cut, and it goes for $25. Indeed. How you like that? How you like that? Let's see. The Deviant on Image Comics. Green Lantern War Journal. I'm reading it. And but I'm not buying it. And it's been pretty decent. It's Philip Kennedy Johnson too. But it's just not I don't know. It's you got 3 variant covers. Yeah, 20 pages. This one. That's $3.99. What are the other 12 pages? Advertisements. And the cover. And the last page. And the info dump page, and with the indicia. And house ads. Because they don't advertise products. Well, and Paul Kaminsky is the editor. Carver artist. And the artist is Montas. Yeah, I mean, pretty fine line work. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I feel the color is a little garish. Sorry, and it's not meant to, you know, diss anyone. They're not meant to diss the colorist. Jay Garrick, The Flash #4. This has been fun. I haven't been buying it though, but you know, it just about the first one. I just didn't. I didn't pick up 2, 3, and probably not picking up 4 either. But it's cute. It's nice. It's a 6-issue mini. You know, Scorch 25. We got Walking Dead Deluxe, Black Panther #8, which I've been kind of reading. So we got Monet in this. The X-Men's Monet demands an audience with the king. I mean, Monet Saint Croix. And here is our Wolverine, Dan Panosian Wolverine cover. It's pretty good. With regards to Howard Chaykin. Oh, we got to put Laura in everything, or else you'll hear about it from, 20 pages, Rain at Dusk. This collects Black Panther 6 through 10, $16. This will release is June 4th, 2024. See all this stuff? Yeah, I mean, just see. Editor Will Moss. So this is what, issue 8? So it's got 2 more issues. Okay. Anything else worthy? Oh wow, Hellblazer. Okay, Dead in America. This is Black Label. It's $4.99. It's Sandman universe, and I know it's Cy Spurrier, but this actually is more of a traditional John Constantine. I love it. We got 4 variant covers, and it's on Earth Zero, Earth Prime. You've got Dream, Daniel Hall, yep, John Constantine, and Swamp Thing, Alec Holland. Remember, Swamp Thing is a different character now. Swamp Thing got rebooted by Ram V recently. I heard it's really good. And his name's Levi Kamai. And it went 16 issues. Oh, really? See, this is something I want to catch up on, is Ram V's Swamp Thing. That's 16 issues. That's a really good run. It was published from May 2021 to October of 2022. And I guess it crossed over with Infinite Frontier era DC Comics. That's when I was on sabbatical. It was post Heroes in Crisis. And I came back to DC Comics about a year and a half ago when Wes from Thinking Critical started inviting me on the show. And they got me buying comic books again. But I might check this out because I am a huge John Constantine fan. And this is this is interesting. John Constantine has cheated death once again, but his heart's not beating. His body is decaying, and Nat and his son Noah are on the run in America, wanted for murder. Naturally, it's all John's fault. But Dream himself needs John's help. Oh, will there be a boon in John's life to kickstart his heart? But I might check this out. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original pre-Vertigo and then Vertigo. I mean, because from 1989 to 1993, those first like 30, 40 issues of Sandman and Swamp and Hellblazer. Those were not, and Swamp Thing and Animal Man and Doom Patrol. They were not Vertigo, because Vertigo starts as an imprint in 1993. So that's why 1993 is the end of the Copper Age. Not only is it the introduction of Image Comics, but also of Vertigo Comics. It was a big time. That was a big time for comic books. So I can see how the Copper Age could end there. I personally would extend it to 2000, because the Copper Age starts in 1984, and having such a short era, but that's where it has the balls to say the line must be drawn here at 1993. I would just include the implosion and the Renaissance, the superhero Renaissance that led us all up to the basking in the superhero movies that we do today. That was the culmination of that millennial age, the millennium age. I think the millennium age runs from 2000 to 2015. That's because the golden age of comics starts in 1938. Yeah, 1935, really, that's when More Fun #1 by National Periodical Publications, otherwise known as DC Comics, is released. And that's why in 1985, it was the 50th anniversary for Crisis on Infinite Earths, not 1938, which was Action Comics #1. But the golden age of DC Comics, the golden age of comics usually runs between 1938 and 1955. The Silver Age between 1956 and 1970. The Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby myself, between 1970 and 1984. And the Copper Age is between 1984 and 1993. And we're in some kind of nebulous catch-all modern age of comics from 1993 to this very day. I get these standards of the ages from the glossary of the Overstreet Price Guide. It's in the back of the book, and look it up yourself. And they're now from these standards, we can have some conversations about the different ages of comics. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'd like to see, the Copper Age get extended. But where did we go from that? Oh yeah, we were talking about Vertigo Comics and John Constantine, and I just might pick that up. Yeah. Cable #1. Okay. I don't know who's writing it. Fabian Nescenza. Okay. Indeed. And how many we've got 4 variant covers. We look, we got a penciler and an inker. Good. So this is good. This is kind of like some 90s vibe with good. I was like gonna say, as a kid, Nathan Summers is time displaced, and that's Kid Cable. And then there's usual typical looking Cable. And remember, Cable has clones, and Cable's clone was Strife. So it was just, that was the Executioner song way back in the day. Jackpot #1. Oh boy, who's writing this? $4.99, 28 pages. It's Mary Jane Watson. She's a couple of years older than Peter now, and on her own. So she's got a power set. We've got 5 variant covers. Any cheesecake? Any peach momoko? This is 1 in 100. Just want to say, and it's But yeah, this is Gang War. It's issue 20. It's 24 of 32 issues, and written by Celeste Bronfman. Nick Lowe's your editor, and supporting characters. We can't call female Electra because there's already Electra Nachios. I hope you're paying attention at home. I am. What else do we have? Dun, dun, dun. What are you picking up this week? Look, we've got the collection of... Oh, no, it's not a collection. It's issue 7 of Miracle Man, The Silver Age by Neil Gaiman, with art by Mark Buckingham? And... It's $4.99, 28 pages. We've got we've got 2 variant covers. It's going to be collected in releasing on May 8th, 2024. Collects the Silver Age 1 through 7 and material from Miracle Man by Gaiman and Buckingham numbers 1 through 6. 208 pages, $24.99. I might wait for that. I got an issue 0 of this that has a little bit of the Neil Gaiman stuff. And I would be down for that. Yeah, he's still a magnificent writer. I mean, he's a good example for me of like how to separate their online voice from their art, you know. And let's look for him real quick. I know he's on Twitter. Neil Gaiman himself. And he has not blocked me on Twitter. I'll follow him because I love your stuff. I just don't want to, you know, if anything, I'll just put him on mute. And why follow him to put him on mute? I think there's something to like group block lists where it's like maybe you're immune if you're following them. PetSmart. I don't have a pet. Star Wars: The High Republic #3. You know, it's $4.99, 28 pages. It's not terrible. We got 4 variant covers. 20 pages of story for $4.99. And we know they could be selling it for $2.99 between Spawn and DC's Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers stuff. You know, just saying, come on. I mean, like, oh, you know. And here are all of your this is High Republic stuff. So it's Keith Trennis. She's our lead Jedi. And we have, you know, other stuff going on in the background too. Yeah. So it's just, these ones haven't been all that bad. As a Star Wars fan, I would really like to, oh, cool. This is 3 weeks in a row. Oh, well. Okay. Well, we've got the 100th legacy issue of Spider-Man 2099. And oh, here's this is a variant of the original looking cover with and it still has Werewolf. Is it Werewolf by Night 2099? I think so. A Declan Shavy design cover, Todd Knott connecting cover. So this is a series of connecting covers. Yeah, this is Werewolf by Night of 2099. That's great. These haven't been all that bad. And yeah, that's about it. Miguel O'Hara has got an audience. What else we got to this? What else this week? Okay, I hope there's one on the shelf. I've been really into this. It's G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero from Skybound #303, written by Larry Hama, and that's a great cover by Andy Kubert. We've got 4 variant covers all day, and $3.99, 32 pages. Larry Hama, Chris Mooningham, great art, and I'm liking it. Yeah, it's the same comic book I've been reading like near all my life. I'm really into that. What else we got this week? What have we got? White Widow #3. Oh, one of the between this and Thunderbolts, it's like there's Alien #3, which by all rights should be Alien #9. You know, there's Creep Show. I kind of gave up on it, but it's okay. I like creepy comic books, and they're trying something. It's Skybound. They get the license. Okay, here's what I'm looking forward to. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, number 4. It's got Salvador LaRocca is doing the art, the interiors, and it's really good. It distills these story beats down, and it just cuts. It's got less to do with the dramatics of the TV show and all the culture war bullshit that was going on, and it's got more to do with just the story. And so how long this is going? 6 issues. This is 4 issues. This is all right. So we got 2 more issues of this, and I've been I like this. All right. I don't watch the Disney Plus show, and Star Wars has moved on without me in a way. I treat Star Wars like an ex-wife. Well, I've never been married, but I've seen enough men out there with the same kind of story. You know what I mean? And if that's the force is female, then Disney Star Wars has ex-wife energy. There's Stephanie Phillips, Cap, Wolf and the Howling Commandos, and is this the last issue? And might be. Let's see. Collected in. Releasing May 14th. Yep, this is it. All right, this is the last issue of it. I got the first issue. It was cute. It was nice, and I'm glad that I'm kind of tuned into it. It's just, it's World War II Cap and the Howling Commandos, and it's fun. More fun than White Widow. Gosh. Enfield Gang Massacre, number 6. I wonder if that's of 6. Is this the last issue? Yep, miniseries finale. And this is one of the darlings of comic book readers. If you haven't heard of the Enfield Gang Massacre, then you just might be into superhero comic books, which isn't that bad, but hey, if you're taking suggestions, check out the Enfield Gang Massacre. It's a Western. It's got a really curated color palette, and that's my favorite part about it. And it's part of a really good story too. Really solid art, and but yeah, that's something your friends are talking about behind your back. Is the Enfield Gang Massacre. Let's see. We've got James Bond 007 on Dynamite, but it's written by Garth Ennis. I wonder how. $4.99. Let's see, 32 pages. Wonder how many variant covers we got here. Let's see. No variant covers. Hello, interesting. Wow, but it's written by Garth Ennis, so that means it's got permission to go places when it comes to horrific depictions of spycraft. Yeah, he wrote Punisher for a while. He did Preacher on Vertigo, and one of my favorites, DC Universe, Hitman. That was running around the DC Universe with scissors in his hand. Seriously. I think that's it. Space Usagi Yojimbo. In space. Yeah, that's it for this week. So this is new release Wednesday, preview day. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Is there anything else going on, Pika? Anything else that's on the list of things to talk about? And now's your chance to say, like, hey, you thought you were going to talk about this. He doesn't. He says we're doing a free form kind of show. Less notes, more. Free form. Well, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this has been New Release Day. Thank you so very much. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. And good luck, namaste. And we will see you again in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.